Welcome everyone back to the Hexagon Challenge. In today's episode we have our transfer special and we pretty much know what it is we'll be getting up to. As you can see from the squad, we are looking pretty good. There's only Bruno and Huskovic that are out of contract, so we can take those two out of the squad. Bruno and Huskovic on £1.6 million of wage. Huskovic was very good, but he didn't really want to renew and he wanted like £1 million or something. It was something crazy. So we've already replaced him with a younger player. We've got two players coming in. We already know of these two players. Kang In Lee, 33-year-old winger, South Korean. He joins us on a free in July from PSG. And then Niccolò Tresoldi joins us on a free from Fiorentina. He's a 29-year-old Italian striker who has been doing very well in Serie A. So with the drop down to the Saudi league, he should be unbelievable. So these two come in, allow us to register a better squad for the Champions League. For the league, it's still the 8 foreign players, but for the Champions League, it's 5 foreign players plus an extra foreign player, but they have to be Asian, which is where Kang In Lee comes in. Apologies for the throat, the nose, the eyes. Hay fever is absolutely killing me at the minute. But overall, I think we pretty much have the business done. It's really about, is there going to be any good Saudi players? And if there's any players we can improve on with the players we've got. Obviously, in terms of tactics, we're kind of training two. We've got a 4-2-4 and a 4-2-3-1. I think the 4-2-3-1 could be a shout with Kang In Lee coming in. Perhaps one of the Saudi strikers drops to the bench. Tresoldi comes in. You know, we do something like this, and then Hoffman goes in the middle. Obviously, Kang In Lee comes in on the left. Tresoldi up top. I think that could work. And then, obviously, that player just drops to the bench. We've got Alatabi who can play in midfield. We've got Shirky retrained there now. And the back line's pretty good now. Hassan's getting better. Still 5-star potential. We've still got a 5-star potential other centre-back as well. So, yeah, and we've obviously got some wingers with some potential. So, I think we're okay. I think we're in good shape. And I think we've got a really good chance of actually winning the Champions League. So, we'll see what we can do. Maybe someone will come up on 1st of July on free transfer day that we just can't pass up on, and we'll have to try and move one of these on. If anyone, I wouldn't mind replacing the goalkeeper. I think we could probably do better in the goalkeeper department, but he has still got 2 more years left on his deal, so whether we could move him on, unlikely, but we'll see what we can do. But we'll press continue and we'll get to 1st of July free transfer day. So we've reached 1st of July, so the new boys are in. Obviously, the boys that we had that were going have gone as well. If we take a look at those, so Grumares is, I think, retiring this year anyway, so he'll probably be retired pretty soon. And then Huskovic has also left the club, so he'll probably go on maybe somewhere else in Saudi, maybe somewhere else back to Europe, who knows. But we do have the 2 new boys in. As you can see, I think we're going to go with a 4-2-3-1, and I think it's going to look like this. It's very top heavy, so it looks very strong up here, a little bit weaker as you go back, but I think that's okay. We've got Kang In Lee comes in, 900 grand a week. I mean, money in Saudi really doesn't mean anything. It's only a 1-year deal anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it's only a 1-year deal. Money means nothing. So he comes in after doing pretty well for PSG since he signed. So he's going to be our new left winger. And then Niccolò Tresoldi on 1.2 million. A little bit of a longer deal, but he's only 29. He's very, very good. He's been banging goals in Serie A. So he should be more than good enough to bang goals in Saudi. So that means Kames is going to drop to the bench. And I think this is the squad. I still think a better goalkeeper wouldn't go amiss. But it's not the end of the world if we, have to stick with Akfeld. Other than that, I think, yeah, this is pretty much what the squad will look like. We have seen some other players come up. We've definitely got money. There's definitely money in the club. Not really in terms of budget, though. We are way over wage budget, so nothing really I can do about it. But, yeah, we don't really have too many players coming through that look like they could break in. Maybe just this guy once he turns 18, but again, another striker, we probably don't need him anyway. So yeah, it's more just about giving game time to these lads again. Probably more league game time this season. Obviously, we will try and win the league. The board just want us to get in the top 4 again. Quarter final for the Champions League. I want to win it. I think we can win it. And then the cup. We'll try and win it, but it's not a massive. It's not a massive. What is this? Giovanni testimonial. Madness. Yeah, it's not a massive concern. So Champions League is the focus, but we'll continue on until we get to the first game of the season in September, and then we'll cover any other further transfers if anything else has happened. So yeah, we didn't really have much else to do. There's obviously rules on what we can bring in terms of players, so we really couldn't do much else. So this is really the team. We are going to play the first game of the season just to show you the new boys in action, but we're probably going to have a little bit of a shift around because Salem and Al Zabiadi, our backups, are both on international duty until the end of September, so they're going to miss quite a bit of games. Alatabi is going to miss a game for some reason. He got suspended, and then our backup goalkeeper is injured. So we'll chuck a backup goalkeeper on the bench. But we are a little bit limited in terms of what we've got. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually go back to the 4-2-4. We'll chuck Cole Palmer into centre mid alongside Shirky, put Hoffman on the right, and then bring Al Camus up top. And we'll do this for now. It's not perfect. It's definitely not an ideal midfield. Cole Palmer can just about play there. But he's definitely not his normal position. Shirky, not really a ball winner either, but he can do a job there if needed. I guess the other option would be to put Diamande in there, but then we don't really have another centre back. The wing backs, I guess, no one else can really play right back. It's a bit of a mess. So we'll do this. Hoffman's not fully fit, so we might bring Al Shamari on at some point. But yeah, we'll just play the first game. Let's get on with it. We have at our Champions League group as well, so we'll take a look at that after the game and take a look at when those fixtures are as well. But realistically, the league is of less importance to me than the Champions League. I think if we can just focus on finishing top four, and then really focus on trying to win the Champions League. That's got to be the main thing. And Nicolo Tresoldi could be a big part of that, as he's got us off to a very early start with a lovely finish to make it 1-0. I mean, that's brilliant work. I mean, that is some way to announce yourself on the scene. Tresoldi with a goal inside 2 minutes. I thought we were going to have a second one there. Hoffman, I think, was just offside. Referee just allowed it to go on, though. Have they changed the rule now? You can just play on from an offside. I always remember them calling it back, even though it was pointless. But either way, yeah, some poor defending there from Diamande. And now Greenwood, we really don't want him to score. Good save from Mackfeld. Good save from Mackfeld. He did the just thing there, keeping that monster out. But anyway, yeah, Zaruni down the right-hand side, plays it to Hoffman into Cole Palmer, trying to turn, plays it to Shirky. Shirky looking for Cole Palmer. Them two linking up in midfield. Like I say, not a natural two, but for this kind of game, it's fine. They can just play there if need be. Fakihi down the left-hand side finds Kangin Lee or Lee Kangin. I'm not sure which way is the right way to say it. Oh, Tresoldi. He knows where the net is. He knows where the net is, and that is the most important thing as a striker, to know where the net is. It's 2-0. It's an assist for Kangin Lee on his debut as well. It's all looking good. It's looking good. I think we're going to win the Champions League. I think we're going to win the league, all based on one game in the Saudi League, but I think we'll be fine. Our group looks pretty easy. I would expect us to win every game, but I really don't know the different levels. Obviously, we can only play 6 of the foreign players, which does make us worse than what we are in the league. But yeah, it seems like the teams from Japan tend to get to the final, tend to win it as well. We actually have been runners-up in this competition quite a few times, so there's definitely precedence for us getting there. And I think under my stewardship, we'll actually win the big one this time. I don't know if we have actually. I need to check if we've actually ever won it before. But yeah, I mean, it's looking like we're off to a good start. We are, like I say, scoring plenty. Cole Palmer, that's never a foul. It was never ever a foul. VAR's checking it. It didn't look a penalty to me. I think it's going to get given, but Cole Palmer, lovely tackle, took the ball away. Oh, was it a penalty as well? Didn't look like one, but then you can never really tell in the match engine. No penalty given, remains 2-0, and we are looking very good for an opening game of the season. Tresoldi whips it in, but it's just fell to Shirky, who can play it out wide. Yes, he does. To Zaruni, finds his man in the middle, tries to find Tresoldi, who's always seems to be lurking, which is exactly what I want from a striker, just lurking around that penalty spot. Bastos-esque. That's really hard to say. Al Camus, who will probably find himself maybe out of the squad a little bit now that we're trying to go to a 4-2-3-1. But honestly, the 4-2-4 looks pretty good as well. I mean, it'll just depend on which players we have available, if any are away. Injured, suspended, internationals and stuff. I think switching between the 4-2-4 and the 4-2-3-1 will be just fine. Good start. Good. Cat's going crazy on the cat tree. Yeah, very good start. 2-0 up. We're good. We're happy. We're happy. We've had a good start. Limited to them to very, very few chances, even with this dodgy midfield. It is our usual back line, though, and I think that's the main thing. But the dodgy midfield coming into play there, giving the ball away. So we do need to be careful. We don't want to let these back into the game. Getting off to the league with a win is crucial. And we have conceded some poor defending from us. I'm not sure who it was, really, but it was just a bit of a floater into the area. Oh, hay fever is killing me. Bit of a floater into the area, and he's just headed in. Not great from Ackfeld, not great from the back line either. 2-1 as it stands. But, we've been good, but we will make a sub. Hoffman will come off because he is getting pretty tired. He was injured in pre-season, so he hasn't really had much for pre-season. So Al-Shamari can come on for him. Kangin Lee swings one into the back stick, but nothing comes of it. Al-Shamari, the substitute, will pick up that loose ball, plays it back to Zaruni. That's a lovely ball from Al-Shamari to Al-Kamas, whose shot is well saved to keep it 2-1 as it stands. Shirky on the corner. We need to get another goal. I feel like another goal is vital just to make sure we definitely win this game. Into Cole Palmer, back to Shirky, tries to play in Trizoldi on his hat-trick, on his debut. Unfortunately, couldn't just nip in there and get in front of his man. Remains 2-1. Al-Kamas is looking pretty tired, but we really don't have any other subs, so everyone on the pitch now will just have to play on the pitch and die if need be. They'll have to die on the pitch. Shirky tries to play it up. Al-Kamas, I mean, this is wow. This is interesting football. It was just kind of ping-ponging around their feet. Unfortunately, Trizoldi couldn't keep his head down. Can't get his hat-trick. He can only score 2 in 15, and then he's a bit of a ghost for the rest of the game. But we've absolutely dominated them. We absolutely deserve to win this game. And I'm a bit annoyed we haven't scored more than 2, because with 10 shots on target, you'd like more than 2 of those to be going in. But looks like we are going to win the game unless something dramatic happens late on. Yeah, and I think for the Champions League, I think if we can get through the Saudi teams, then it's really just going to come up to be what Japanese team we play, and are they actually better than us? Trizoldi should have done better there. He was 1-on-1, and he could have just smashed it in, but he kind of dilly-dallied. It ended up coming out to Kang and Lee, who couldn't finish either. So that was a little bit concerning, considering they're going to be 2 of our main strikers, main attackers this season. But there you go. In terms of like the Champions League, obviously we can register 6, so that means 2 drop out. I'm thinking maybe we do 4-2-4, and maybe Hoffman comes out, and then we bring in one of the strikers. And then the only other thing I can think of is we take maybe Zaruni out, the right back, and play one of our centre backs out wide. That's all I'm thinking. It's not great, but I think that's the best route forward to keep all of our best players on the pitch. Kamas gets his first goal of the season, makes it 3-1, and that was just the cherry on top to make sure we won the game, got the win, and we did 3-1. Brilliant result, off to a flying start in the league. That's exactly what we want. Won't be too much league action this season. We will very much be focusing on the Champions League now. Now we've done a season in the league, we really want to focus on the Champions League, because that's what this series is about. So we've got our group, we've got our Champions League group, we've got Al Wada from the UAE, we've got a team called Dordoy from Kyrgyzstan, and a team called Paxtakor from Uzbekistan. I think we should be winning these. The UAE team probably the best of the group, but I think we should be winning that. In terms of the other groups, Damak are in there, Al Ittihad are in there, and then yeah, it's the Eastern Europe's April 25. What a name for a team. North Korea. I can't believe they're getting Champions League. That's crazy. Maybe that's just a Football Manager thing. I don't know. Maybe not. That's crazy though. Yeah. So there's like 5 groups for each. Am I reading that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 groups for each. So 5 in the East, 5 in the West. And then I guess it just goes to knockouts. Yeah, knockouts out of that. So round of 16, quarters, semi-final, final. Good stuff. Only the top goes through though, so you really do have to win your group, but I don't think that'll be an issue for us. And then there's like a best of 3. So you can be the best of 3 out of the 5 in your little thing. And you get 40 grand for a win. Oh, we'll be flying. But it make a big difference for us. Right, so we'll leave it there. So I think we'll play some all these league games off camera. So what we'll do is we'll come back for our first games in the Champions League group against Dordoy, against Paxtakor. We'll play those 2 in the middle off camera as well. But that's going to be our next episode, our first games in the Asian Champions League. A new continent Champions League awaits. Very exciting stuff. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hexagon Challenge. And I'll see you all for more very soon.